What is up, Steelers Nation? Today I'll be doing my first of many mock drafts, so hang in tight and we'll get into this in a second. But before we start, I would just like to say thank you all for helping me get to 350 subscribers. It truly means the world to me, and we're going to keep on going up and up, alright? Alright, but in round one, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers selecting Luther Burden III, the wide receiver from the Missouri Tigers. I have him staying in the black and yellow, just going a little bit up north. And also, he can really just be that answer in the slot. I think they can address wide receiver 2 with Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, Devonta Adams, someone like that. So if they can get him in the slot, GP at 1, Chris Godwin or one of the other guys I mentioned in the 2, and Luther Burden in the slot, and then Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, all those guys in the receiver 3 and 4 and 5 spots. I feel like that could really be a great receiver tandem. And also, I just really love him as a prospect. He's a big physical guy. He'll go up and get balls for you. And although he didn't have the greatest year last year, the year before that, he was truly a stud. And Brady Cook also took a step down as the QB at Mizzou. And, so I really like this pick. I think Luther Burden's a stud, and I think you should like it too. With the Pittsburgh Steelers second-round draft selection, I believe that the selection will be Maxwell Harrison, a cornerback from the University of Kentucky. Max is a really physical dude. He's like, I got him at number 14 on Big Board. I love him as a prospect. He had a great Senior Bowl performance, and I really value that truly because you're playing against the best seniors in the country, and he absolutely showed out. I believe he was the best cornerback there. You saw him with Quinyon Mitchell last year. Now he was a Defensive Rookie of the Year finalist this year. So I think Maxwell Harrison can be just like that. He can be a Joey Porter Jr. He will be another enforcer on the outside. So I really like this pick, and yeah, you should too. And with the first and only selection in the third round, the Steelers will take a running back here, and my personal running back that I would like here is Cam Skattebo. I'm picking Cam Skattebo because if you guys saw Arizona State versus Texas, you saw how good this kid was. He was an absolute monster. He was running over people. Like, he could throw the ball, catch the ball, all that good stuff. But, yeah, he was running over people all year, and I believe he was second, only behind Ashton Jeanty, who played in the weaker conference. So, yeah, Cam Skattebo's an absolute monster. He's a big mouth, but I like that confidence. He just might have to humble down a little bit because he hasn't been there and done that yet. But if he can do that, I would love this pick for the Steelers. With my upcoming pick in the fourth round, I'm taking Darius Alexander, the interior defensive lineman from Toledo. Again, he was great in the Senior Bowl. He was a monster. Very much, I think he was on the same level, if not better, than guys like Walter Nolan. Because, I mean, man, if you watched that, you saw how good he was. It was just incredible. He was my biggest climber from that week. He went from like 98, maybe something in that range, up in the top 30 for me. So I would love this pick, and, yeah, honestly, you should too. So he's another small school guy, but when he went up against the best in the country, he showed out. So, yeah, that's why I like him. In round 5, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking a shot on a QB, and the QB I would like to take a shot is Kyle McCord. He's in my top 60 in terms of prospects. He's my number 4 quarterback overall. I just truly love him as a prospect. Ohio State, he struggled, but then at Syracuse, I felt like he had a really good bounce-back year. He had some weapons, but they were limited. He was, like, very high up there in passing yards, touchdowns, all that good stuff. And then you saw him against Miami in that game, or if Miami won, they'd be, like, a lock for the playoffs. They beat Miami in that football game. And it was very close. But he was faced with adversity, and he overcame that. He worked his butt off, and he got that win. So, yeah, that's why I really like that pick. Now, with my 3 selections in the 7th round, I'm going to be taking Hunter Wohler, the Wisconsin safety. I just think he's got some great skills. I liked how he did in the Senior Bowl. He wasn't on many people's radar, but I thought he had a pretty solid performance out there in Mobile. My second 7th round selection will be O'Donnell 14, the South Carolina cornerback. We're doubling down here on cornerbacks. I thought he had a great Shrine Bowl. He had that nice pick 6, if you guys remember that. So I really like him as a prospect, and you should too, so that's why I'm taking him here. And then with my final pick in the 7th round, I'm taking Thomas Perry, the offensive guard from Middlesbury. I don't know if you guys remember, but he had a great Shrine Bowl week. He was like, all the hype was around him. He was a D3, D2 prospect, I believe, and he really just proved all the data wrong and had himself one hell of a week in Dallas, Texas. So, yeah, props to him. And here we go. Steelers, here we go.